Okay, so OnePlus has started rolling out OxygenOS 15.0.2 August update for OnePlus smartphones. And it doesn't bring much of new features, but the changes what they have done are very useful. And the changes I will be talking about in this video, these changes will be added to almost every OnePlus smartphone with August update. But before moving ahead guys, if you find the content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing. So here I have my OnePlus 13s. Currently, this device has received the OxygenOS 15.0.2 update, which includes August security patch. So going to About section, tapping on the software update section, towards the bottom side, you can see now the OxygenOS version is 15.0.2.501. This is the latest update which brings August security patch. The update size was quite massive. You can see it was around 1 GB. And if you take a look at the changes, which are related to animations, splits view and network connection. Also under version, you can see we have the first August 2025 security patch now. And guys, at the end, we'll also compare the benchmarks with the previous build. First, let's talk about the changes. So here I'll be comparing it with OnePlus 13, which we have on the table. First change, if you see, they say unlock a new level of seamless experience, improves the animation for opening, repositioning and resizing the floating windows. So let's open up floating windows on both the devices. We'll use the similar application. So here let's take example of gallery, and you guys let me know, did you find any kind of changes? It's a very minor change which is very difficult to notice when it comes to opening the floating windows. So here I'll tap on these three dots, tapping on floating windows. You can see there was a slight Gaussian blur which appeared once we opened the floating windows. I'll again show you guys, and while editing, I'll make it in this slow motion so that you guys can see exact change. I'll tap on full screen, again tapping here and tapping on floating windows. But about the positioning, yes, you will see a lot of improvements while scrolling around, or you can say moving the floating windows. I can clearly see a difference now. Moving the floating window is a lot smoother compared to previous one. And same thing goes whenever you try to resize the floating windows, the animations are a lot improved. And you can see how smooth it is on the latest version. So these are the changes what they have done related to floating windows. Now talking about other changes, and that's related to splits view, which says splits view is no longer restricted to fixed ratio. You can now adjust the ratio as needed, that too in landscape mode. So let me open up two applications in landscape mode. So here are the two applications. In the portrait mode, there were no restrictions when it comes to aspect ratio. It was only while using the device in landscape mode. So here you can see both the devices I've opened in landscape mode, and on this device which has not received August update, if I slide towards the right hand side, 90% of the second application goes outside the screen. But on this latest build, we don't have any kind of restrictions. I can increase or decrease the size of the application in any ratio, whatever I want. But this wasn't the case here on previous build running OxygenOS 15. So this is the second change what they have done. After that, if you see the next change, which is layer 2 notifications in landscape mode, which says all notifications received in landscape mode are now displayed in simplified banner format to reduce interruption. So let me show you before and after example. I have taken a screenshot here. So this is the screenshot after updating the device to the latest build, and on OnePlus 13, this is how the notification used to appear in landscape mode. The change what you'll see here, the notification have been moved towards the top side, previously which used to appear slightly bottom side. And also they have removed reply option and mark as read. Till now I did not see this option while getting the notification in landscape mode. I'm not sure whether it has been removed or it's a temporary bug, because this option should be there. And talking about the next change, which is again related to notifications in the landscape mode. So here they say now you can swipe down on the simplified banner notification to display the app in floating windows. So here I do feel that is the reason to remove the reply and mark as red option, because now they have given the gesture support. You can just pull down the notification and the particular application will open up in floating windows from where you can directly reply. This wasn't the case on previous build. Talking about the last change, which is related to network connections. Now it says now you can send text, image and voice messages to nearby people via beacon link. So beacon link was long back introduced on OnePlus smartphones, and if you guys are not aware, you can find it in the mobile network settings. Basically this is a feature which uses Bluetooth technology, and the max range is somewhere around 200 meters or 240 meters. Even if you don't have Wi-Fi or mobile data on your device, so I'll turn off Wi-Fi and the device is in flight mode. So here also I'll turn off Wi-Fi, put the device in flight mode, and now if I open up beacon link, I will be still able to make calls. So it's a very useful feature in emergency cases, like if you are traveling somewhere, your device doesn't have network, if you still want to contact nearby friends, that can be done. But this feature has to be on other devices also. So on OnePlus 13 we do have this feature. Tapping here, now I'm getting two options, which is call and messaging. But here if I open up on this device, you can see we only have an option of calling. We don't have a messaging option, and currently if this feature of messaging is not available on this device, I mean the other device, we won't be able to send message. So I did try out here sending messages and it always gives me an error sending failed. So here this messaging feature has to be added on other OnePlus smartphones also. But you can still make calls. Like if I tap on call, here you can see it says connecting. On this device I should receive a call now. There we go. For the name it says stranger. OnePlus 13s is the device which I'm calling from. So these are the changes what they have done with this latest update of OxygenOS 15.0.2 for OnePlus 13s. Now let's talk about the benchmark results and compare it with the previous build. All the benchmark testing was performed in high performance mode. So here you can see the latest scores using Geekbenchmark application, wherein device scored slightly lower scores in multi-core. Previously they were above 9000, now they are 8500. With Antutu benchmark application, this time device has scored 2,41,000. Previously device had scored 2,56,000. And on this latest build, device did throttle. We did a 100 thread 15 minutes test. Average gives was 3,78,000 and maximum CPU throttled 74%. If you take a look at the previous scores, that time average gives were 4,81,000 and maximum CPU throttled 91%. In terms of wildlife extremes test, this time the stability scores are 66.1%. On the previous build, the scores were 81.3%. So I'm not sure why this time the device is scoring low scores. But still, I'll be dropping a full in-depth review of OnePlus 13s very soon. So if you guys have any kind of questions, drop them in the comment section below. As of now, only this much in this video. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.
Still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.